A Country in Shadows, Paris. June 1940. The City of Lights went dark under the swastika. German boots echoed on cobblestones, tanks rolled past cafes, and fear spread like smoke through every street. For the women of France, the war was not only fought on battlefields, it crept into bedrooms, kitchens, and prisons. Some were dragged into military brothels, hidden in plain sight. Others were forced to barter their dignity for bread, sugar, or coal to keep their children alive. Every knock on the door at night could mean two things: a Gestapo raid, or a German soldier who wanted something more than ration cards. In a shuttered building on Rue St. Curtains drawn tight, women were lined up like shadows. Soldiers entered one by one, their boots leaving mud on the stone floor. The women were not there by choice. They had been taken from police cells, from night raids, from whispered accusations. To the world outside, the brothel was invisible. To the women inside, it was a silent prison. One survivor later said, "The worst was not the pain. It was the silence. You could scream inside your head, but your lips stayed shut. No one ever heard you." But not every woman was silent. In Lyon, a seamstress forced into serving, German officers smuggled scraps of information, troop movements, supply routes stitched into the hems of uniforms. Each night she risked everything: her life, her body, her soul. If discovered, she would not see a courtroom. She would see a ditch. August 1944. The Allies stormed into Paris. Bells rang from the towers. The tricolor waved again, and crowds filled the streets. France was free. Or so it seemed. Then came the lists. Names whispered in bars, scribbled on walls. Collaborators. Women accused of sleeping with the enemy were dragged out by neighbors, sometimes by former friends. They were paraded in front of jeering crowds, their heads shaved bald, swastikas painted on their foreheads. Some were stripped, half naked, and forced to march through their villages. Children cried as they watched their mothers humiliated. But here lies the cruelest twist. Many of these women had not chosen. They had been forced, starved, blackmailed, or raped. Their crime was survival. For decades, these women carried their shame in silence. No medals, no recognition, only whispers and stares. One woman, interviewed 50 years later, whispered through tears, "They shaved my head. They spat on me. But no one ever asked if I had said yes. I never had the chance to say no." Even now, the truth lingers like a secret dossier, half buried in archives. Were they traitors? Were they victims? Or were they simply pawns in a war where a woman's body was the battlefield? No one wanted to speak about